What is up, guys? Coop here, and today we are going to be doing a review on Teon, the hardcore ARPG, otherwise known as a action role-playing game. Teon is a MMO on the mobile device, so very interesting aesthetic. A lot of MMOs are typically found on computers, but this one is actually one on your phone. So, and might I say, it actually has a decent player base. I've actually never logged into the game without there at least being a player or two around. Sometimes there's a lot of players that are around here. Right now they're doing a free trial for membership, so everybody's kind of exploring the new member sort of cities and everything. But this game has a really active player base, and I really appreciate that, especially because when you're playing an MMO, you really want to have all these features of hanging out with people and doing different things and partying up. And it's really cool to see that sort of aesthetic going on. The other thing that's really cool about this game is obviously all the different things that you can do with the UI. The UI is completely customizable. So if you're a left-hand person, you could just drag all this stuff over. Or, for example, if you want to change it up a little bit more, you can have it reset to the left or the right, depending on how you want it. I like to have all of my spells in different spots, so like I like to have my healing stuff all in one area, and maybe my stamina potions and everything over here. In general, it's really nice to have this customizable UI, especially with a phone aesthetic. It gets a little hard sometimes when you know, if you have fat fingers and everything, you like having your different buttons in different areas, you can do that. So that's very nice overall for that. Now, to actually look at the combat in this game, I'll just teleport real quick somewhere. We will go over here. So how it works is it's kind of like Diablo 2, Diablo 3, where you kind of walk around and you kill different other characters and things. So if I were to go over here, I would tap this orc, and I go over and I slash it, and I usually get my loot automatically picked up for me, which is super nice. So, as you can see there, just killed a bunch of creatures. So basically that's how it works too. And also you have spells. So for example, I can heal myself. I'm a knight-based character, so I actually don't have many spells, but there is a variety of different spells here, as you can see here. I don't have that many, but other classes have pages and pages of these. So it's really cool to have all these different spells and aesthetics that you can do. So for example, my healing spell, I can tap myself, I can tap on this person, then tap on this to heal them. You have all these different ways of doing spells. Now, you may say, oh, you only have like a few buttons. Well, in reality, I have multiple different buttons from here, which goes along, again, with the whole customizing your UI. So, that's one way to do that. Now, next, there is a PvP system. So, basically, as you can see here, I have like a little, like, kind of bluish aesthetic to me. And if you click on other characters, that one has like a more of a lighter blue. And there is also players who are in the red. And what that means is a variety of different things. So, if I go over here real quick to show you that. Lawful value. So, blue players basically get it from killing monsters, and which allows them to get a lower chance of dropping items on death. So if you die, you do have a chance of dropping items on death. Doesn't happen too often though, so don't fear that too much. And also your healing spells will do more healing. Now, why would you be an evil-based character? It seems like a worse outcome because you're going to be able to drop your gear more often. Well, it also increases the power of some of your spells and abilities. So it makes it to where you really do a lot more damage. But, however, all enemies are aggro to you, and on top of that, players can kill you. So, that can be really hard on you, especially if you're trying to do the right thing, or if you're trying to, well, not if you're doing the right thing, but if you're doing the wrong things, it's kind of a high-risk, high-reward type of scenario there. Now, another thing that I really enjoy is the dungeons. The dungeons are very nice in this game. And they do have some different bosses. So like the area that we were at was just right next to a dungeon. You walk in and you kind of go through this giant maze scenario, and there's all these different monsters that want to kill you and try to take you down. But it's really nice because it gives you a way of getting XP really, really fast. So that's also really nice. Now, one of the things is these bosses are really tough. They are these big scary monsters that can just destroy you like no other. The way that you get around that is by joining clans. Clans are these nice little communities that you can join. Sometimes they're around in the marketplace. Right now they're not here, but usually you have these giant clans and they go over and they try to kill these bosses. And it usually requires a good amount of people to sometimes kill them. Sometimes you are able to do it with a smaller party, but most of the time it requires a bigger amount of people to go out and kill these creatures. And what is really nice is sometimes Teon has special events that if they are killed, everybody in the community gets rewarded based off of it. So when you kill a boss, it's helpful for the entire community rather than just yourself in certain events. So that's really awesome as well. Now, one of the only hard parts about this game is pretty much the grind. As you can see, I killed a variety of different creatures, didn't really get that much XP, but I'm also a level 40 character, so I'm a little bit on the higher end. But it does require a lot of grinding. It's a very grindy game. But for those people who like sort of that older aesthetic of a lot of the games that don't really have that nowadays, such as World of Warcraft and Guild Wars 2, it's nice because you do have a sort of merit. When I'm a level 40 character and someone tries to pick a fight with me, I can just slash him down like it's nothing. But for a character who hasn't played that much, it is a little rougher for them to beat some of these bigger creatures and things. So there's a lot of merit and a lot of cool stuff to having nice armor. You feel like you earned it. Now you're probably wondering, well, that seems like a lot of grinding, but you gotta keep in mind the easy access of your phone. It's on a mobile device, so you can carry it around with you anywhere you go and play it like on a train, or if you're in the restroom, or if you're, bored at work. I mean, you have all these different times to play this game and just do a few taps here and there to do your good old grinding. Now, overall, I gotta say, I really enjoyed my time with this game. First, I was a little worried because I was wondering how much of a grind there was going to be, but then I found out there's all these different things. Like, for example, you can grind up to get different sets. So I can grind orcs and things to get certain things, to get these badges to help me get other gear. Or I could, grind up gear or grind up gold so I can start teleporting to give me that easy access of not having to walk everywhere in the game. Or buying potions. Also, there's an auction house, so a lot of the useless gear that you get, so say like your gear gets better, you have this whole entire auction house to sell all your different items and things, which is super helpful. And as you can see, it's very thriving with all this different loot and everything out here. So that's really nice to have like an active marketplace and an active player base and having all these different things to do, so every time that you're on in the game, you have something to do. Now obviously there is other stuff in the world. There is all these different member areas which I have yet to go to, but I will be showing those in videos in the future. But it gives you a lot to do in the game. And also, one of the things that's really nice is that it does have an active community on Discord. They do different events like, hey, first one to get through the promised dungeon and post screenshots of it will be allowed, certain quality items. There's all these different events that are really awesome that you guys could check out. As you can see here, just beating the different bosses rewards you with different rewards, and then they have all these different things here. The events is really what makes the game feel like an active community. There's different things about it that are really cool, and just having that constant competition, constantly having things to do, and even on the lower end players, you have something to do for some of these events. And for the bigger players, they have a reward that they can give to everybody, which is awesome. But anyways, I want you guys to know that the link is in the description below. If you tap that link, it'll bring you right up to this game, and you guys can download it and try it out yourself. It is free. Like, it is so easy to play. So I would definitely recommend trying to look at that. Now, if you are curious about what you get with membership, and looking at all the different membership areas, and if Teon is actually worth paying the price, I'm going to be doing videos in the future for that, so be sure to check that out. But I gotta say, I give this a really good review because it is a quality game for a free-to-play price. Anyways, I thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, smash a like on this video, and I will see you guys next time.